Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. I know it's been a while. I just wanted to introduce you to a piece of land that I've purchased. This piece of land is very close to the other piece of land that we showed you on previous videos. So as you can see in the video, we're just making sure that all the points are measured off. It's 50 meters by 50 meters, so we want to make sure that the markers are there, so when we're ready to put the wall in or the foundation for the wall, then we don't have to bring someone back to measure for coordinates to make sure that it's in the right location. As you can see, this is land that holds waters. Whenever someone sees this piece of land, they say, oh, it holds water because of these sort of stringy plants that you can see there. So the plan is to do landscaping so that the water runs off of the land. So in this clip here, I'm just going to talk you through a few of the clips because it was a lot of work editing. As you can see, we're just looking. This is the first time that I'm viewing the land myself. I'm happy with the location. Like I said, it's very near to the other piece of land, walking distance. It's very green, very lush. There's a couple of trees that I like on there. No fruit trees, unfortunately, but it gives us great space for planting exactly what I want. Just walking up to the other marker, the other 50-meter markers inside those trees there. As you can see, we're just pointing it out. There's a lot of fallen trees, there's a lot of damaged trees, so we're going to have to do a lot of work trying to clear the land and get it to a habitable condition. This is going to be land that is residential. At the moment it is July, it is rainy season, so I'm quite happy with the condition of the land. It's not really that wet, even though everyone says it's land that holds water. It's great to see that it's not that wet, and it is you can still move around there. There's no obstacles, no big puddles. There's me just taking a look at the land and walking towards the other corner for the 50 meters. It is on the road, well, the soon-to-be road is what you can see in front of you there. And there we are. This is where we went to purchase bricks, or blocks as they call them in Gambia. So you can see the sign there on the road. And this is us having our blocks delivered. We paid, I think it was $27 a block, and then we paid $26 a block, and then $6 to be delivered. So I totaled it off to just say the $30 per block to have them at your land. The reason that we went ahead and purchased pre-made blocks is because of the time of year. It's quite difficult in rainy season to get sand delivered into the land because it's quite far in, and also it takes some time for blocks to be made and dried and cured in the weather. If you get a rainy day and you just made blocks, it's not ideal. So we went ahead and purchased blocks. They weren't the best quality. Quite a few of them got damaged, but it was less than I'd anticipated, so I wasn't disappointed with that. So in total I purchased 2,100 blocks. Because of the delivery, because the van that delivered our blocks, I think they could only deliver 300 per trip due to the weight of the blocks on the vehicle. There's some of my blocks. These cows, they pass every single day. And it's good to see that they're not disturbed by any of our obstacles, the blocks or the car. So I managed to get a great team together to work on the land. The plans that we put together moving forward is to dig the foundation for the land, for the perimeter, the wall. The reason that I went ahead to do that first is because I need to make sure I keep the coordinates of the land. I don't want to lose where my land starts and where someone else's land starts and end up building onto someone else's or building my wall on someone else's land. So that was quite a priority to me, to make sure that I at least dig for the foundation. But because it was rainy season, I wanted to do a few courses of blocks so that we don't lose the foundation during the rain, because even during the digging process, some of the foundation did fall in. Let me skip forward a little bit, because this is where you can see the blocks and the string. This is us marking out for our house. So I've had a plan, we adjusted the plan to suit the land and suit the space. I've taken the plan and shrunk it down a little so that it fits in around. My talking's going all over the place. This is the digging for the foundation of the wall. As you can see, this is the trench for that. This is us leaving the land one day after work. This is my big baobab tree there. I plan to keep that. See that little green fruit hanging there? That's the baobab. And that's my trench that they've dug for the wall, the foundation for the wall. And all my lovely blocks. This was a different day. I've had some rocks delivered. These rocks you need to put in the mixture for the foundation. As you can see, the cows are passing. This was a different day. There was many days of going to the land. It was a lot of effort to get to the point that we did. As you can see, my baobab fruit has flowered. And we also found a snake this day. I believe it was dead. We did attempt to kill it just in case, but I think it was dead when we got there. As you can see now, the guys are putting in the concrete for the base foundation, and this is the fence that you can see. That was the last bit of progress before I left, and that's what I saw while I was there. After that, when I was home, I got progress updates, and this is the progress that I saw when I got home. This is the patch where they were mixing the cement. That's my sand that I had delivered. These are the guys delivering more rocks. It was very heavy, the rocks, and it took a lot of different attempts for them to deliver the rocks. So that was a challenge. We still actually have to have more rocks delivered. Hopefully they last a while, because getting things delivered, different materials delivered to the land, is quite challenging. So this trench that you can see is the foundation for the wall. It's all cemented at that point. The workers are there working. We had a really great team of people working on the land. These blocks are marking out where the house is going to go, and this is still the trench for the wall. They're working hard digging there. We actually had some workers from Nigeria digging the fence, which was great. They were really hardworking and really put a lot of effort into what they were doing. So we tried to kill two birds with one stone and try and get them to seal off this foundation before the rain started getting heavier. So that's them sealing off, putting the concrete down inside the foundation for the wall. The land does go off at an angle, so it was quite important that we get the right angles, because obviously if it's not going in the right angle, I'm going to end up putting my wall on someone else's land, and then it's redundant and it will have to come down when somebody's ready to start causing a problem. So that's the concrete inside the foundation there. And that's what the 50 meters looks like. It's quite a lot of work working on land that's 50 by 50, so I do understand why people buy 20 by 20. 20 by 20 is more than enough space to put a house and have a nice garden and even a parking space. So you have to consider all these different factors when you're purchasing land, because fencing alone for 50 by 50 is a lot. It costs a lot, it's a lot of work. So all things considered. As you can see now, we're walking on the concrete for the foundation. It's dry, it does dry quite quick, and I've been told that it's something that you can do during the rainy season, and the water and the rain doesn't affect it. That's the foundation, looking good. You can see the markers are still there. They're quite accurate and very professional, so I'm very happy with that. That's what the 50 meters looks like. See, they keep the string in there so that they can keep the location of where they're going to put the blocks. During this process, I have learned a lot of things about building. I had no idea starting out. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know the process. I have learned a lot about the process of building and how to do a foundation, what goes next. I know that they're going to put, they're going to cement one layer of blocks there, and then they just start building up the blocks. As you can see, they've started digging a lot of the foundation for the house. These rows are for the house, and they're digging some more in the background there, you can see. The house would be 12 meters wide and 26 meters long. The reason that we did it in those configurations is because there's a big tree, a big baobab tree, just to one side of the house, and I didn't want to do too much moving of trees, so I decided to keep that there and build around it. I'm very happy with this work. Everybody's been working really hard. I'm praying that this part is the hard part, and once this is done, it will just be building the blocks upwards, because everything should, by the end of this part of the project, I'm going to have my foundation dug, and they're going to have 6 courses of blocks going up for the wall, and the same for the foundation of the house. So everything will be marked out, and then it's just a case of getting my money together and getting everything built upwards. So there shouldn't be too much purchasing of different things happening. It should just be one process, one thing in theory. These are the rooms marked out, as you can see. The rooms are all different measurements and different sizes. We've got some corridors going on. It took us a whole day to even get the configurations correctly and to work out what we was having and what we wasn't having, and try and get everything to fit in the space within reason. I was quite insistent that I want a large kitchen, I want a large bedroom, and yeah, communicating that with the team was a challenge, but we got there in the end. But I think once it's all done and dusted, I will be probably surprised about how big it is. Everyone says it's so big, the rooms are so big, 26 meters for a house is so much, but I think hopefully when it's done, I'm going to be blown away by how lovely it looks. In the end of the day, I would rather have more space than less space, because it's difficult to add. If you want to add more space, you're going to have to add a different room. If I want a bigger living room, I'm going to have to add a different room. So I'd rather have a bigger space. This is the mixture of the rocks and the sand and the cement. Just a little clip to show you what rainy season looks like. This is in town. This is the condition of the weather in July. It's a bit challenging, but this is going into August now, so it was a bit wetter than July. I would recommend July if you want to travel for a holiday. It's not the worst. This is August. It's quite different. At the beginning of the video, when I went to the land and it was dry, that was July, and this is what the condition looks like in August. This water's sitting there because this is the road, this is where people drive through. So yes, the land itself will be wet, like you can see there, but this is quite deep and puddly because it's the road. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend building in August. I would recommend just building in July, because once the soil's a bit wetter, it's easier for the workers to dig. But I would stick to July. But I am building through July, August and September, so we'll see what's going to happen in September. I'm hoping it's going to go back like how it was in July. That's the plan for me. But we will see. All of this is new to me, all this building projects and everything like that. So I'm living and learning. It's a lot. There's lessons that I've definitely learnt. I'll probably try and do a video on every lesson that I've learnt, financial and otherwise, because there are a lot of financial implications of the learning process when you're building. This is a different day. Let's see what the progress is today. So it's been a rainy night, probably a few days of rain there. When the workers come back, this is how they find it, because the cement is now in the trench. The water doesn't drain off as fast into the land. Even if the cement wasn't there, the water would probably still be there, but just not as deep. So as you can see, this is the challenge of building in rainy season, building in August. Even if you get 2 days of rain and 2 days of no rain, then you need to get something done in the second half of the second day of no rain, because by the next day it'll be raining again. So I really can't fault the team. They did turn up come rain and come shine, and they did what they could during the difficult types of weather. Yep, so this is my trenches that we've dug. it is disheartening to get to the land and see this, because you know that your hard work and the lines, they don't become straight anymore. But the team, they worked well with what they had, and it all turns out well in the end. I believe that they said that because the land holds the sand that's on the land, the earth, it holds clay, so that's why it doesn't absorb the water so quickly, and that's why they're calling it wet land. As you can see, the workers are trying to get the water out so that they can continue working. They really worked hard at that. Some of the water they even retained to do the cement, which is a great use of resources. And they really worked hard. They worked on the land like it was their own land. They were really helpful, because we don't have a borehole yet, so even the water, they went to gain access to water, and they came with their own equipment. They've really worked hard. As you can see, it goes a bit shallow towards this side, so that's why they are trying to get some of the water out, because it does help. Back corner there. So it kind of looks like it goes at a slope, which is kind of good for the irrigation when we try and get the landscape so that all the water can run off the land. It would be good to follow the actual natural slope of the land and try and get it to go in that direction. As you can see, it's just holding all the water. Like I said before, it's because we put the cement down already, and obviously just for the haste of the work, that's the only reason it's an issue. If it wasn't rushing, then this wouldn't be an issue. It would just go into the sides. The only reason it's going slow is because it only has the sides to go into. It can't go into the actual flat land. This is what it looks like after the water's been taken out. This is the front, I believe. Yeah, so they did a great job at taking the water out. It was really helpful. That's not in their job description, but it really helps to keep working. There's some water still there, as you can see. But these are the challenges of building in rainy season. I did really anticipate it, to be honest with you. I was trying to, this part of the project was planned to be done within a couple of weeks, and that was the estimate that was given, but it did run over. Okay, so we've managed to get some progress there. This is the first course of the blocks in the foundation for the wall. As you can see, it's very neat and very professional. I'm very happy with that. They still have the strings going across so that they can get it completely accurate in the line and the direction and the angle of my actual land, because my land is not an actual square. It goes off to one side a little. See those little squares there on the side? That's where they're mixing the cement. The blocks are all lined up ready to go in. That's the cement that they've laid to those corners there. Now he's putting the cement down so that we can put the blocks in there. Just getting the dust off the blocks, I believe. Any excess so that it can stick properly. It is quite physical work, so usually the masons and the workers, they will usually work on a premise where they do 2 bags of cement each per day. So that's what we've been working on, that premise, that they're going to do 2 bags. So if we have 4 workers, then they're going to do 2 bags each, so we should get 8 bags of cement worth of work done. So whatever 8 bags of cement looks like, that's what I expect to see at the end of the day. I expect to see 8 empty bags of cement. I expect to see enough work that looks like 8 bags of cement, and I usually judge that based on what they've previously done. So in the initial stages, I saw what they were doing. They said to me, okay, this is 5 bags of cement. So then I judged that. I took that judgment and said, okay, I need to know what 2 bags of cement looks like, half of that. And then I use that premise to judge in the future. So this is them finishing off digging the foundation for the house, for the rooms. It's very exciting to see it all planning out. When I was there filming myself, it was hard to show you guys what the actual progress was because it was very flat. But now you can see the actual trenches for the digging. It's easier for you guys to see. Once we've got the blocks coming up as well, it's going to be so much easier for you to see the size of the house, the space, the size of the land. It's going to be so much easier to convey what I'm trying to show you. I'm really excited to get this project started. It's part of the moving process. Having somewhere to live, it eliminates such a massive bill when you're moving to another country. If you're not renting, it eliminates a lot of stress of making money in the initial stages. So these are all my rooms and hallways and things dug out. The blocks are still there, so they still have to dig that area. There's a little bit left to dig at this point. Anywhere you see these blocks, especially the ones that cross like that, that means that it needs to be dug in both directions. It needs to be dug in both directions, so that will go straight ahead there, but it'll also go to the other side as well. That flat one like that means it's just going straight. That little trench there is where they started digging and they dug in the wrong direction, so they stopped halfway. This little one here. Yeah, so it's getting to a stage where you can see what we're doing, which is great. One of the biggest passion projects that you can do is build a house, especially your own house. It's very exciting. And I think it's something that I would like to work on in the future to help people to build their house. Because, like I said, we had a great team. And it's really exciting to see something coming together like that. It's like clay molding. You're really seeing everything come together in your vision. And obviously it's stressful because it's my money. If I was working on someone else's house and it was their fluid finances, then it wouldn't be as stressful. And then yet again, not everybody's land is so far into the bush. Our land is quite deep into the bush, so it was hard to get deliveries of sand. We had our sand delivered in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the road. We had all sorts of things going on that caused stress, but here we are, digging trenches. So all of my digging was done by the Nigerian workers, well 99% of it, because it was like a flat rate. We paid them per meter. It was very easy to work out how much it was going to cost, and they worked very fast because they were paid per meter, so they wanted to earn as much money as possible per day. So they wanted to get it done quick, which was exactly what I wanted to get done quick. So I was in favour of bringing them back to work again, and I would definitely use them if I needed to dig anything in the future. That's the map of the space. You can see there's still a little bit left to dig. That's going both directions. Probably one of the corridors or something. One thing I really appreciated about the workers that I had, nothing was in their way. Like all the trees or the land and things that were in the ground didn't stop them from working. They just worked through it. So I didn't have to pay them to remove any trees or to clear the land where they needed to dig. They just went ahead and dug where they needed to dig, which was fantastic. Right, as you can see, we're starting to get somewhere. We've got this is what the 6 courses of blocks looks like. This is the height that I've paid them to do the work. This is what the contract was for. 6 courses of blocks from the ground, from the foundation up. So this is as high as I've planned to do the wall for now. This is one length, the 50 meters, and this is what it looks like. They have to still fill it in, do the pillars. That's what those gaps are for. So that's what I found. Once they did the foundation course, the first course of blocks on the foundation, after that it just comes up quite quick. So I'm imagining once I've finished this stage of the project where they're doing the 6 courses, the actual building of the house is going to be quite quick. But it's going to be a process as well, because I'm going to start making blocks on the land, my own blocks, in the spirit of saving money, and also to get better quality blocks. I know it should be the other way around. You should have the best quality blocks for your foundation. But I feel like sometimes you need to just get started, otherwise you'll never get started. This is the digging that they've done for the house. It's so neat and I'm very happy with the work. One thing that we needed to consider with the house as well was that the land does go off to an angle. It's not a complete square, so we needed to consider that when we was configuring the house. Even though it's not right up against the wall, we needed to make sure that that made sense. That's the workers building the wall. It looks nice from here. And the 6 courses, I'm happy with how high it is for now. So they're going to do the three sides, and then the front one we're going to have to see what we're doing about a fence. I'm not going to put a fence on right now, but we'll have to leave enough space for the fence. See the digging there, such straight lines. The lines are really perfect. So we did the foundation for a single-story building. Initially I wanted a single-story building with a rooftop terrace, but when I saw the price for the black rocks instead of the red rocks, I decided to change my plan for now. So this building isn't going to be a rooftop terrace like my dream, but I sacrificed that for now, and I'm probably going to do get the black rocks in the future to build like a banter bar or something that's up, because when you're up you get a nice breeze and you get away from all the mosquitoes and different things. So in the future we are going to build other structures. This clip is showing you the sand. This is my sand that I paid for. It was delivered to a different piece of land 100 meters away from my piece of land. The truck said it got stuck and it just dumped the sand there, which was a challenge because obviously my workers can't just go and collect sand from 100 meters away. It's not convenient. The sand also was going into the road. I believe that we lost a lot of sand due to that. I was told otherwise, but yes, I wasn't impressed. So 2 trucks of sand, we had 2 different deliveries of sand and they were both dumped at different locations. So those are one of the challenges of building during rainy season and also building in the Gambia. This is my sand. I believe this is the second truck of sand that this is the second truck that delivered the sand more than 100 meters away from my piece of land. They said that they had got a puncture in their tire and they wasn't able to deliver the sand any closer. So that was a challenge. Managed to load some up into the car and deliver some to the land, but it was very challenging because it's heavy. It's very heavy for the car. As you can see here, it's not the best plan, but work with what you work with. And as you can see, it's very, very, very heavy, and the car is not ideal. It's not built for that. It's putting a lot of weight on the car. I was horrified when the second truck of sand didn't manage to deliver to the land, and they said that it was even further away than the last piece. And this is again another rainy day. A rainy day on site. As you can see in the distance there, they're still able to work with cement in the rain. I believe that they would just make it a little drier or adjust the quantities for that That was a very, very rainy day, that one, as you can see. Sometimes it drizzles and then it goes, and then it comes and then it goes, and then it comes and it goes. But then it can just tip it down like this, and you can't work it out. Even sometimes the forecast can say it's raining and it's just drizzling. That's one of the challenges I find in rainy season. It can be forecast to rain, but it's just drizzling. You can still get on with your day. This is the aftermath of the rain in the trenches for the house. So these ones, I don't believe they have cement in them. They might do. I think they do have cement in them. I think that's what they were doing during the rain, is putting the cement in the foundation for the house. Because when they were putting the blocks, the rain wasn't favouring the blocks, so therefore they started doing the cement for the foundation of the house, which I love about that team. They really, if something's not working out, they will just pivot and do something else. They won't just stop sitting under a tree and waiting for the rain to stop for half of the day. They will go and do something else, which is fantastic. I feel like they have the same work ethic that I would have, which is it's a great match for me. So that was great to see. It was disappointing when I saw the rain, but then I had an update and they said they were doing the cement for the foundation, which is fantastic. As the rain stopped, they continued with the blocks, which is also fantastic. You only really understand how big your land is when they start working on it and it starts taking time. You're just like, oh, yes, it's very big, 50 meters by 50 meters. I think it's the perfect size for me, because then I'll have space to do different things. If I want to make a studio there, art studio, if I want to cement some of it off and make seating, outdoor seating, there's plenty of space to do everything here in the near future and the distant future. So that was that day where they put the cement in the foundation of the house, which was great progress. I was happy to see that. So the cost of cement at the moment is $400. You could probably get it a little cheaper, but the cement that's closest to my land is $400. So we chose to purchase that $400 cement because it eliminates any delivery costs or any issues there. There they are, laying some more cement, more concrete. I can't wait to go back and see the progress with my own eyes. This is the foundation for the house. So they're laying that length is the 26 meters that they're doing now. I'm due to go back and September. And I'm hoping by then that everything, this part of the project, what I've paid them to do, will be complete. Here they are mixing the sand and the rocks. So I think what they do is they work out how many people there are. So there's 3 today. They're going to do 2 bags each. So in total, they're going to work on 6 bags altogether. Once the 6 bags are done, they're all going to obviously contribute towards that. Somebody's mixing it, somebody's moving it, somebody's laying it. So they're all going to be doing something different to the process. So each person's not going to just do their 2 bags and then go home. So they work as a great team. This is what you call manpower. There's no cement mixer. Just pure African manpower. And skill to eyeball it and to see what's correct and what's not correct. And I love to see that I own a wall. Look at that. I own half a wall. It's great progress. So it'll be great to see once these walls are up. They're only going to go to the 6 courses for now. Once I have a house that needs securing, then I will build the walls up a bit further, and then we'll put the fence on. But until then, these walls are just marking out where is mine and where is not, so that the next person that wants to come and purchase land, there'll be no confusion, because there is a piece of land that's behind mine that's available, and then I'm not sure what's on the other side, but I know the one to the right hand side is already purchased. It's good to see. I can't wait. We have a neighbour across the road from us who has a garden there, and when he comes back, he's not around at the moment. When he comes back, he'll see the progress, which is exciting. Hopefully he'll come and introduce himself when he's back. So the cement is looking good. It's looking great. So that's the progress so far, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. And stay tuned for the further videos. I'm going to keep you updated on the progress. And yeah, stay tuned on our journey in general. I'll be back in the Gambia in September, and hopefully I can bring you some more content. Thanks for watching.